Home. It's the place you go when you need support. That helps you heal when you're hurting. Inspires you to be better. And gives you something to fight for. The 2013-2014 season has had its shares of ups and downs for the Oakland University men's basketball team. Coming off an emotional road win against Detroit, the Golden Grizzlies had to stay on the road against two of the top teams in their new conference. And after two tough losses against Cleveland State and Green Bay, the arena was a welcome sight.
Whenever you just come back to the arena, it's a special feeling. You have your own fans, you have, your own court, your own ball, hoops, everything, so you're just comfortable.
We kind of build it to fit our personality, and it's a great shooter's gym. Almost too good, because the opponents shoot well in it too. And so we just have this mentality that, we're going to play well at home, and I think most college teams do.
It feels good to see your fans support you, the Oakland community come out. It feels good when you score a basket and people cheer instead of being complete silence. It's just good when you need that push.
It feels pretty good to come back home, be here in front of the Grizz gang and all the family and supporters that come. It's real nice to win, just give them a show.
The team returned home in late January for a homecoming matchup against the UIC Flames and some sorely needed fan support. What they got was a nail-biter with a finish worthy of any highlight reel.
Tommy McCune with the right-handed flush. 4-3. Of course, Travis Bader. Well, now one-on-one against Corey Petros. That's a mismatch. He'll fire a jump shot. No. Offensive rebound and put back.
Hey, Brian, what are they doing to Bader?
Dante, 4-3. Of course, Dante Williams hits a triple from the side. Mark Brown on the drive, dumps it off on the block and a two-handed flush. Barlow fires a three. Marker to the top of the key, and Duke Mundy picked his pocket, and Duke is all alone and throws it down with two hands. Duke Mundy with it. Dumped it down low. Corey Petros with the two-handed jam. Duke with the basketball. Bader, 4-3. Of course, Travis. 65-63, UIC by two. Felder on the drive, off the glass and in.
All right, we're going to run bunch back. Bunch back. It's okay, you're going to get the ball.
Top, Bader, 4-3. Of course, Travis Bader rattles a triple down.
If we don't get the shot, give it back to K and go ball screen and roll with Duke special. All right?
Flames look to inbound, knocked away by Duke Mundy, loose on the deck. Down to K. Felder, lays it up and in, and one!
Go all the way in 4 seconds easily.
3 seconds left, 2 seconds left. One, Duke at the buzzer for the win. He got it! Duke Mundy! Game time!
As soon as I got it, I thought, go for the juggler, go for the game.
I just remember Duke coming down the court and knocking down the shot and everyone just rushing the court. I just remember him making that shot and kind of walking away with that fist pump, and our team just chased after him, and next thing I know, we're in the middle of the crowd and everybody's on the court.
After I seen like the replays and stuff, that's when it finally hit me, and I seen the craziness and the atmosphere and what just really happened. Because in the moment, I didn't really know what happened. I was just going with the moment. Then when I seen the replay, I seen everything. So it was pretty crazy. I think that was the first time a court was stormed at Oakland University. So to be a part of that was pretty special to me.
That's exactly right. Find a way to be up one And we were up 1 and we won, and that's great. I'm really happy. Can't tell you how happy I am. Maybe this will be the thing that turns it around. And maybe with 10 minutes to go in this game, enough was enough. Maybe that's when it became. Maybe that's the turning point of the season. All right? But you got to win. You got 1 point ahead. You got to win, and the veterans or the alumni that were here got to see their uniforms get another victory. And that's what this was about.
There you go. Bad boys on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bad boys. Bad boys.
The men weren't the only team giving Oakland fans something to cheer about in January. Notching impressive wins against Valparaiso at home and Cleveland State on the road, the women's team had battled the odds in their first Horizon League season. And perhaps no one on the team understands what it means to battle odds more than senior forward Bethany Waterworth. In 2012, Bethany Waterworth was on top of the world. OU's leading scorer, having put up more than 1,500 points in her 3 years as a Golden Grizzly. She was all Summit League first team, a star athlete looking forward to her senior year season when it all came crashing down.
I was doing some off-season training, and unfortunately through some weight training, I ended up herniating my disc in the end of August of 2012.
For weeks, she struggled to find the next step. How could she play basketball when she could barely walk?
It affects everything that you do, bending over, walking. You know, I really had a limp to my walk and had a ton of nerve issues down my left leg. And so ultimately I ended up having surgery, and that surgery was on October 15th of 2012.
Bethany was on the path to recovery with her sights set on the 2013-2014 season when she encountered another bump in the road.
I had a major setback and actually re-herniated my disc in January. And then that was just like totally devastating.
She was doing great. The strength came back after surgery. Shortly after that, she re-herniated the disc. But luckily, the good thing for her is that the nerve damage didn't return. So we were able to maintain the physical therapy and the non-surgical approach.
Dr. Biglin, who works closely with the university, believes she had about a 50-50 chance of playing basketball this season. But her relentless attitude to overcome the pain and regain her strength was impressive.
Initially, in the spring, summer, I thought that she wasn't going to be able to be back playing elite level basketball. It's very unique to have somebody, to working with an elite athlete like Bethany, to have her be as motivated as she was. Most people would have chosen to have a second surgery because that would be an easy and a quick fix.
Bethany didn't play the game she loved for more than a year, and as the season creeped closer, she wondered if she would ever play again.
I was at a point where, you know, I really didn't think it was going to happen. Going through all that on the emotional level wasn't easy, and then let alone, you know, my back isn't feeling good. I'm not feeling right. Something still isn't there. I wasn't 100%.
But by the fall, she had made it to the other side. After missing the first 2 games of the season, she was back on the court against Niagara.
You know, at the beginning of the season, it was like I was just so thankful to be out on the court and just, you know, so thankful to God and to so many people that had been praying for me.
With the support of Coach Jeff Tungate, who has had several back surgeries himself, as well as teammates, friends, family, and doctors, Bethany now has the ability to finish writing her OU basketball story the way she wants.
When I was out for that year because of the surgery, so many people would say, "Oh, it's all right, Bethany, you know, you had a great career." And I was like, no, I want more, you know. I don't want to end like this. I want to end going out, you know, winning a championship, going out on a good note, have a senior night, you know, do it the right way.
As January came to a close, the men's team looked to keep the momentum from their homecoming thriller going against a Youngstown State team that was less than hospitable when the Golden Grizzlies faced them in the CIT last year.
All right, this is the halfway point. All right? We get this thing taken care of tonight, and we're at the halfway point, a game out of second place. We're sitting right there. So let's take care of this tonight.
Drop off pass, Kay Felder behind the back. Corey Petros up and in and one. Oh, what a dish from Kay Felder. Little showtime from Kay. Golden Grizzlies down 5 with the basketball. Bader for 3. Of course, Travis Bader for 3. Barry gets a high ball screen. Step back 3 from the top of the key, and he buries it. Kay Felder brings the ball down the floor. Felder to the rim. The shot no good, but a whistle and a foul. Four seconds straight up to play. Beeland inbound. Gets it off to Perry. 3 seconds left. Perry on the drive. Perry launches from half court at the buzzer. No good. The Golden Grizzlies win it.
You know, we wanted to get that revenge and come back and say, hey, you're not going to beat us again, especially at our home court. So it was really good to get a win.
We had a chip on our shoulder that game, and it felt really good to get to pay them back.
We needed that win, and like I've told you a million times, what do I say? 86-85. Got to be 1 point ahead. And that's all you did.
A last-second victory against the Penguins wasn't the only story on the court as the Golden Grizzlies headed into February. Grizzlies fans were also counting threes as Travis Bader closed in on J.J. Redick's Division I career three-pointers made record. And it didn't take long in a road game against Milwaukee to watch history finally unfold.
I was sitting next to Joey on the bench when it happened. Well, actually, when he came back, and I was just telling him, like, man, I'm getting goosebumps here.
I try to say it didn't weight me down, but it did a little bit. When you have a national record at stake and nonstop people are talking about it, and with today's social media, it's everywhere, and I didn't do the best job of not looking at that stuff. So it did build a little bit of pressure, but you know, when I got to Milwaukee, I think even the game before that, I just honestly had enough, and I just wanted it to be over with. I just wanted to go play my game. I didn't care about, you know, if I got it or not, and went out there and was feeling good. Knocked 3 threes down and ended it really quick.
He's the only person I know that's the greatest ever at something, and college basketball's been around a long time. There's been so many great shooters and players that have come through here. He's the best ever. I mean, you can't quantify that. And so in recruiting, and just in our fan base, just in everything that goes on, it's been unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't think nobody's going to break that record. I think that's his forever.
Travis Bader's career performance at Oakland has inspired not only fans, but his teammates as well. Trying to be the best never comes easy. It takes a lot of hard work to get to the top, and sometimes maybe even some tough love from a seasoned coach. He doesn't knock down threes at a record-setting clip, and he's not the star-in-the-making freshman point guard. But Corey Petros is the man in the middle for the Golden Grizzlies. It's been that way since he first put on a uniform as a freshman.
It was a big difference. Coming in, the game was so much faster, stronger, better. The players were better, more athletic. Like, the whole game was completely different from high school to college. And when I came in the first couple days, you know, playing against Keto Benson and Will Hudson, it was just an eye-opener.
To prepare himself for the competition, Petros completely changed his physique. It's something Coach Greg Campy says was necessary, especially with this season's move to the more rugged Horizon League.
Well, he's getting hit and bumped and pushed and shoved and held on every possession, and he's handling it. You know, a year or two ago, I wouldn't think he would have been able to. So he's done a great job of getting in the weight room.
There's physical toughness, and then there's the mental part of the game. Petros has been a starter for the majority of his college career, so the expectations have always been high, and that means plenty of tough love from Coach Campy and the coaching staff.
When we first meet and sit down with him, he promises us that we're going to be the best players that we can be.
And I told him to do that, I'd have to be relentless on him. I could never let up on him, because players will let up, and I'll never let up on you. And I think he understands that and believes and knows why I'm doing it.
Kind of that I knew was coming in, that he was like that. You know, he's going to tell you what you even don't want to hear on the court, you know. But when I was younger, I had coaches that were like that, and my dad was like that. You know, they always pushed me to be better, and I know that's what Campy wants. He wants us to push us to be better.
It's a process the veteran head coach has refined for over 900 games in his career, and Petros has gotten better. This season, he's been one of the Horizon League's top rebounders. Perhaps more importantly, Petros is paying all that knowledge forward to Oakland's current group of freshmen.
You know, I talk to them about it. You know, things they do wrong, I talk to them. You know, I talk to them what he's saying, why he's saying that, you know, what he's doing, and there's a purpose for everything he does. So I try to help them through that and guide them through the situation.
Playing mentor has helped prepare Petros to take on his next role. Next season, he'll take over the reins as Oakland's senior leader. It's something he's already looking forward to.
Just looking at it, looking at the leaders before me, you know, Drew Valentine, Reggie Hamilton, and even now Travis Bader, you know, looking at what they do and the things that they do that I think are great leader qualities. Just taking that in and following into what I'm going to do next year and try to be a leader for the team and hopefully get a championship. That's our goal.
While February saw the women go on a 3-game home win streak capped by another win over Detroit, for the men it proved to be a harsh reminder of the challenges presented by their new home in the Horizon League. But those disappointments on the road were only a prelude to a Valentine's Day rematch with Detroit. And this time it was the Golden Grizzlies who had the home court advantage in front of a record-setting crowd.
You know, we don't like them, they don't like us, so anytime we get a chance to beat up on them, you know, we're going to take advantage of that.
I've preached for a decade what this rivalry could be and that these two teams should be playing and all the things that I've said and all, to see it come true. You know, we put 7,000 people in Callahan Hall, the most they've had in years, with the greatest crowd ever at our place. But more importantly, it wasn't the numbers. Yes, we had more people than we've ever had, but it was the atmosphere and the electricity that was going on in that building.
Ball is in the air. Corey Petros wins it. Grizzlies moving left to right. Kay Felder on the drive off the glass, and he hits a runner. Double team over on the right wing. 3 on the way from Bruinsma, and he fills it. Drops it off to Grant. Grant on the drive. Shot's no good. Offensive rebound. Put back dunk. Anajoku. Bader steps up, launches a 3. Of course, Travis Bader. High ball screen from Corey Petros. Petros, backdoor cut. Ralph Hill throws down the jam with one hand. 20 on the shot clock. Juwan Howard Jr. backs it up. Wilson, long 3 on the way, and he got it. Off to Bader. Catch. Fire for 3. Of course, and one. He'll reset. Runnage on the drive. Up and under. Lays it up and in. Boy, athletic play there. Between the legs. Now drives into the paint. Drop off. Corey Petros. Two-handed jam. Drives baseline. He's double teamed. Gets away. Hands it off. Bader fires for 3. Rebound collected. Owen, who had it, lost it. At the buzzer, the clock will run out. We're going overtime.
It was another battle that lived up to the hype. And even 8 threes from Travis Bader and a triple-double performance from Khalil Felder, the first ever for Oakland Division I, could not force a victory in regulation. Again, it was a game that would come down to 1 point, this time in extra minutes.
You at home, you going in overtime, you kind of play the odds is in your hands. You're not really tired because there's so much adrenaline going through your body, and the fans is just helping you with that energy. And we was just like, we cannot lose this game. This is not just for us, but this is for the Oakland community too as well.
It was, you know, everything that people have been talking about this rivalry, and you know, I told people that's college basketball right there. You know, going to overtime with your rival, and especially our first year with Detroit, to see a game just like that. And even our first game, you know, was close, and it had a comeback and had people, you know, sweating in the stands. And so to have 2 games like that is unreal. It really helps spark this rivalry. But I'm just happy, you know, we could pull off the win.
And we get to beat up on them for 5 more minutes. So I mean, it was a great feeling. I mean, we wanted that, you know, and we gave the fans what they wanted, and it was just amazing to pull out the win, to see the fans all happy, because they were there since, you know, the buzzer went off at the beginning, and they were there since the end. So it was a great feeling.
When things go wrong, you know, you can't let that bother you. You know, another team goes on an 8-0 run or something. You just don't let that bother you. What you have to do is be ahead by 1. Now, we've taken that to a new level this year, because we've had 4 games at home now that have ended in a 1 point. 3 we won, 1 we lost, that have ended in 1 point. And it's more of a saying than it is a reality. So it's been kind of interesting this year to see. If you're an Oakland fan and you paid money for those tickets, you're getting your money's worth, because every time you walk out of this arena, you're on the edge of your seat.
They can never take that away from this team. You swept them. You swept them.
This will always be the mark of this team. This will always be the mark of this team. I don't care if we win the league tournament, go to the NCAA tournament, this will be the mark of Team 47. And every team that comes in here will have to match this.
1, 2, 3, yeah!
Oakland basketball fans, it's time to show your colors as the men's and women's teams head to the postseason. For more information, call 248-370-4000 or visit ougrizzlies.com.